Hey, welcome to class. I hope you're feeling well. Let's make a start seated, cross-legged. Okay, and you can rest your hands on your knees. Maybe rub your hands up and down your thighs a little bit if it's a little bit cold where you are as well. And then when you feel settled, when you're ready, you can just let your eyes close and take a moment. Root your sitting bones down into the floor. From your sitting bones, feel your spine nice and long. Let your shoulder blades draw down the back. Just notice how you're breathing at the moment. Just bringing all your awareness onto your breath. And slowly seeing if you can soften your breathing. And we'll take a long, deep breath in all together. And just open your mouth and exhale, let it go. And again, long, deep breath in. Let's open your mouth and exhale, let it go. Last time, long, deep breath in. And open mouth and exhale, let it go. Just breathe normally, naturally. And you can keep your eyes closed. We'll walk the hands forwards. Maybe your forehead reaches the floor, maybe it doesn't. Let's see how it feels today. Try and reach the hands as far forwards as you can. You can even push your hands down into the floor so you can think about the stretch through the arms and the armpits. See if you can lengthen the lower back a little bit more without lifting the sit bones up off the floor. And then walking the hands back towards the knees. And you're going to bring the other foot in front. So you'll feel it a little bit differently now. Inhale, lifting up. And then exhale, walking away forwards. Forehead down towards the floor, reaching the hands. Again, so you can feel the stretch through both sides. And if you push down into the hands, you get that stretch as well through the armpits. And just walking your hands back towards your knees. Take the hands either side of the right knee and lift up tall. And then exhale, just try and bring your forehead towards your knee. So you're kind of rounding into the back a little bit. You're feeling the stretch there through the left side. You can push through your fingertips to lift yourself back up. And then we'll take it over to the other side. So you can inhale tall and then exhale and bring your forehead down towards your knee. And so think about your breathing slow and steady. And then uncurling, bringing yourself back through the center. Just take the hands behind you, fingers towards your bum. Palms flat, draw your shoulders back and squeeze, lift, open up the chest. Going to root your sit bones down here, long breath in. And as you breathe out, you can push down through your knees and lift the hips up. If that's too much, then you can always stay where you are. Lowering your sit bones back down onto the mat. You could just turn the fingers out towards the sides a little bit and then bring your knees up. Take your feet as wide as the mat and windscreen wiper the legs. Now slowly making your way into your body. So wherever you are, I'm going to turn now on my mat so it makes sense for you. So you're going to bring your right foot towards the left side of the mat and your right knee towards the right side of the mat, and then take your left knee in line with your left hip and your left ankle below your left knee. So you've got this 90-90 shape. Hands either side of the right leg, lift up nice and tall, and then exhale and we'll fold over the right leg. So just listen to that, be careful, be mindful. If you want to start to walk your hands out in front, you can. Or take a big breath in and a breath out. You can push down through your inner left knee and inner left ankle. Squeeze down into the outer right leg. And then try walking your hands over towards the right side. We'll breathe into the left side. Bring your hands back into the center. Lift yourself up. Now bring your right heel close towards your left pelvis or left hip, and then slide your left leg back into pigeon. So we'll be just here like this for a moment. Walk your hands forwards. Forehead down towards the floor. Long breath in. Yeah, so let the breath help you to relax into this shape. Long breath out. You're pushing down through the left foot and squeezing down through the outer right leg. Walking your hands back underneath your shoulders. Tuck your back toes under. Come up onto your right shin. Yep. And now you're going to take your left leg over towards the right side. Yeah. And now slowly try and push your hip back as you slide that left leg away. You can untuck the left toes and then just walk the hands back forward. So it's a little bit of a different pigeon here. See how that feels now. All down the outer right hip. So it's quite intense for me. Breathe into it. Definitely rooting down into a different place. All right, walk your hands back towards your knees. And tuck your back toes under. We'll come back onto the right shin and bring that left leg back in. Okay, fall down onto your outer right thigh and let's swing the left leg forwards. So now left foot towards the right side of the mat, and then we take the left knee to the left side, and then your right knee is in line with your right hip, right foot below the right ankle. So back on that 90-90 now. Hands either side of the front leg, lift up tall, and then start to walk your way forwards. And it is early, so be careful. If you want to have a block underneath that left hip, you can. But see if the breath can help you to relax into this shape. So long breaths in, and you're pushing down through your inner right knee, inner right ankle, outer left leg. You can walk the hands over towards the left. Reach through the right arm, breathe into the right side. Your body is slowly starting to let go and give in. Now we're going to walk the hands back to the center. walk the hands back towards the knees. And then you can squeeze your left heel in towards your right hip and then slide your right leg back so you come into pigeon. Yeah, good. And then walk your hands forwards. So forehead down into the floor. Reach the fingers as far forwards as you can and push down through the top of your right leg. Use the breath to get into the legs, get into the hips. All right, into that super duper one now. Walk your hands back towards your knees. Tuck your back toes and then come up onto your left shin. We'll take that right leg now over towards the left side. Untuck your toes and then slide that right leg away. It's quite deep in that left hip, so I can only go this far on this side. Reach the hands as far forwards as you can, and then see if you can relax here in this place. It's quite intense, be careful. What's intense for me? Take one more breath. All right, and then bring your hands back towards your knees. Bring yourself, the right leg back into the center. And you can fall onto the outer left leg and then bring your right leg all the way around. Hopefully that feels good. Soles of the feet together, knees open. Push down through your fingertips so you can lift up tall and then exhale and walk your way forwards. Relax the forehead down towards the knee. Towards the toes rather. As you inhale, try and lift your chest up. Try and lift your gaze up. As you exhale, surrender, relax, let go. We'll come back up. Bring your knees up. Just pop your feet flat either side of the mat. Catch hold of your ankles. Pull yourself up nice and tall. And again, walk the hands forwards and relax your head down. That's it. We did play with this one yesterday, if you were here yesterday. We're not going to go down into the full pose. It's a little bit earlier. If you want there, you could take your arms underneath your legs, your palms faced up, and just let your shoulders relax here. One more breath. All right, coming back up. Now, wherever your legs are, keep them in that direction. I'm just going to turn to face you and then slide the legs out. So they don't need to be your widest pose yet. Push down, lift up tall, flex your feet, and then start to walk the hands forward. So it might feel a little bit tight, a little bit stiff. See where you can get to. Breathe into it. Push down through the backs of your legs. Reach the hands as far forwards as you can. Long breath in. And a long breath out. And then walk your hands back. And you can keep your hands on the floor here. And we'll start to flex. Make sure you're flexing that right foot. And start to drag your right heel in towards your right hip so you can lift your right knee up. And then slide the leg all the way back up. Okay, stay with it. You're going to slide now that left heel in. So the left knee comes towards the left shoulder. And then slide it all the way back up. Okay, try that again on the other side. So bring the right knee in, slide it in. Good. And then take it back. And then again, left knee draws up, heel in towards the hip. and then slide it back. Okay, so we're going to add on. See how it goes? Slide your right heel in. Now try not to rock back too much. Push into the fingertips. Hover your right heel off the floor if you can. Try not to cramp. Lower the heel down and then slide it back away. And then you can slide your left heel in. Push into your fingertips. See if it's an option to hover the heel off. Nice, Katerina. Lower the heel and then slowly lower back. Try it one more time. Slide the right knee in. Doesn't need to be big. Just hover that right heel off the floor. And then release and lower. And last time, slide the left heel in. Push into the fingertips. Hover it up. Yes. And then lower. And then slide it back out. Now, maybe you can move your hips a little bit further forwards now. So you're getting a little bit wider. And then you can walk your hands forward. So you might end up on your forearms. So you might stay up on your hands. But toes up, knees up, inner thighs drawing up. Reaching the hands as far forwards as you can. Nice big breath in. And a long breath out. Well done. Walking your hands back. Bring your legs together. Take your hands behind you again. Bend the knees and inner outer rotate those legs. So there should be a lot more movement there now. Okay, let's make our way into a Malasana. Feet flat. Bring yourself forwards. Elbows into your knees. Press your palms together. Lift your chest up. Yeah, good. Inhale. Hopefully that feels quite nice. And then exhale. Taking your hands towards the floor. See if you can lift the hips up nice and high. And we'll turn the toes in, the heels out. So it's still quite a wide stance here. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale and fold. So getting into your hamstrings now, relax your head. And again, inhale, lifting the head, chest up. And then exhale and fold, relax the head. Inhale, lifting the head, chest up. And then exhale and folding. So try and put more weight into your toes here. From here, see if you can bend your knees. I know you can bend your knees. Take your right arm forwards and then swing your right arm in between your legs. Okay, go all the way through. Then take your right hand to the outer right thigh, palm face up. Then take your left hand behind your back. Catch hold of your fingers, maybe. Yeah, see if you can catch hold of the fingers. Now work on straightening into that right leg as you try and pull onto the left hand to open up the left shoulder. Now it's a big stretch, just listen to it, breathe into it. Push the right leg back. And release. You can inhale to lift your head up, so you get a little bit of blood coming out of the head. And then take your left arm in between your legs. Bend those knees. Take the left hand to the outer left thigh, palm outwards. Right hand goes behind your back. Catch hold of your fingers and then pull on your right shoulder as you twist towards the left. Inhale. Actually, as you twist towards the right, sorry guys. Exhale, work on straightening that left leg. It might not straighten. You just go to where it feels good. And then release. Good. Slowly roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head. Feeling those legs. Good. Take the hands behind you. Bend your knees. Push the thighs forwards, hips forwards, and then just peel your upper body back. And we'll lift it up and over and hinge from the hips. Releasing the hands. Take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, plant the hands and just step back into your plank and start to rock forwards and back. Starting to wake up the wrists a little bit. You can do little circles as well. And circles the other way. Good. So lifting your right hand up, bring your right foot forwards. Lifting your left hand up, bring your left foot forwards. Taking your right hand down, take your right leg back. And then take your left leg back, take your left hand down. Right hand lifts, right leg comes forwards. Left hand leg comes forwards, left hand lifts. Right hand goes down, right leg goes back. Left hand goes down, left leg goes back. Reverse it, left hand lifts, left leg forwards. Right hand lifts, right leg forwards. Left hand down, left leg back. Right hand down, right leg back. Yes, left hand lifts, left hand forwards, left leg forwards. Right leg forwards, right hand lifts. Left hand down, left leg back. Right hand down, right leg back. Good. Take the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Hopefully got a little bit of core firing then. Inhale through the nose. And exhale, squeeze the heels down. So we're going to look forwards, take your right foot outside your right hand, and then your left foot outside your left hand. Sit the hips down, bring your palms together, lift the head, chest up. And as you exhale, hands to the floor, lift the hips up, turn the toes in, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, lifting yourself into a halfway lift. Take the right leg back and left leg up. Take the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. This time maybe you can jump both feet outside the hands or you step them. So big jump. Sit the hips down low, come into your Malasana, press your palms together. Yes. Good, take the hands down, lift the hips up, turn those toes in, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale to lift yourself up, and then exhale, you can jump it back or you can step it back. And take the hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Big breath in, and a big breath out. Come up into your plank pose. So high onto your toes, chin to chest and roll yourself forwards. Bring your right knee outside your right elbow. And we take it back. Left knee outside left elbow. Take it back. Right knee outside right elbow. Take it back. Left knee outside left elbow. Take it back. Last two. Right knee outside right elbow. Take it back. Left knee outside left elbow. Take it back and then lift the hips up and back into your downward dog. Stretch out what you worked there. Hopefully you felt the core. Bend the knees and look forwards. Jump the feet outside the hands. Hips go down low, palms together. Lift your chest up. Good, how are we doing? Taking the hands down to the floor. Lift the hips up. Bring the toes inwards, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold it forwards. Slowly start to roll your way up to standing now. Hands behind the lower back, thighs forwards, hips forwards, peel the chest back. And then lift it up and over, a hinge from the hips. Releasing the hands, inhale, take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, jump back into your plank. Your first vinyasa, elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. And then take it straight up and back into your downward facing dog. Breath in. And a breath out, lift the hips up nice and high. So let's swing the right leg up to the sky, bend the knee, open up the hip. And then straighten your right leg from there. Lift the leg up a bit higher. And then see if you can drop the right hip, keep the leg high. Well done. So now, can you bend the left leg and bring your left foot inside your left hand with a jump. And then lower the right foot to the back of the mat. Good morning. Welcome. Lift your arms up, come up into a high lunge. Good, and then ground the back heel and open up into your warrior two. Left hand comes down, touch the floor, and then a big circle with the right hand and front foot to the back, find plank. Elbows brush by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. And we take it back into downward dog. Okay, so let's go for the left side. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up that hip. Straighten the leg from there. Try and lift it higher. And then drop the hip, trying to keep it high. Okay, so go for this. Look in between your hands. Bend the right leg. Step the right foot inside the right thumb. You might get there, might not. Lower your left foot to the back of the mat. Wherever you are, make your way into a high lunge. Get from high lunge, drop the back heel, open up into warrior two. Good, take your right hand down, touch the floor. Big circle with the left hand and then front foot to the back. Your vinyasa, you can skip it. You could drop your knees, but we'll all meet in downward facing dog. Breath in, lift the sit bones up, and breath out. So let's go again, right leg lifts up, bend the knee, open up the hip, straighten the leg from there, lift it higher, try and keep it high as you drop the hip. Look in between your hands, bend your left leg, jump, left foot inside left hand. Lower the right foot to the back of the mat. Yep, and then come up into your high lunge. Good, from high lunge, drop the back heel, come into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, reach the left hand as far forward as you can. Come into your triangle. Twist the left rib cage towards the right side. Maybe your hand is on your shin here. Yeah, see what feels good for you. Where do you feel length on both sides of the body? You take your right arm up and over your head. Twist, twist, twist the chest towards the right. Looking down, bend your left leg, bring your right hand down, and then front foot to the back. Vinyasa, elbows brush by the rib cage as you lower down. Push down to come up, cobra up dog. And we take it back into your downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. Take your left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, open up your hip. Left leg straightens. Drop the left hip as you try and lift the leg higher. Look in between your hands, bend the right leg. Jump your right foot inside your right hand. Lower your left foot to the back of the mat and then lift your arms up into a high lunge. Yes, good. Ground the back heel 45. Good. Enjoy your warrior two. And then straighten the front leg. The back hip moves away. The front leg moves in the hip. Reach the arm as far forward as you can. Hand can rest on your shin or on the floor. Left arm up to the sky. Twist the right rib cage to the left. Breathe in, squeeze those legs towards each other. Breathe in. Let the left arm come up over your head here. And you're looking down. Bring your left hand down, bend into the right leg, and then front foot to the back, find your plank. Vinyasa. Push into your fingertips as you lower down. Cobra up dog. And then back into that downward facing dog. Breath in. And breath out. So if you got one more flow in you, yeah? Flow into the whole reason that I've done everything up until now. Okay, so let's go. Right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee and open up the hip. Straighten the right leg, lift the leg higher. And then we'll try and drop that hip. Yeah. Look in between your hands, bend the left leg. Is it getting easier now to jump that left foot inside the hands? Lower the right leg down, high lunge, lift your arms up. That's it, ground the back heel into your warrior two. And now straighten the front leg and turn your left toes inwards. Okay, so I'm going to turn to face you guys. Bring your hands onto your hips, so we played with this yesterday. Lift the head, chest up. We're going to see if we can progress it today. And then exhale and fold and hinge. So all that beginning bit has brought us to this moment right now. You can rest your hands on the floor. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. And then exhale, walk your hands towards the back edge of the mat and see if that can help you fold forwards a little bit more. Hopefully there's a bit more space than when you started this morning or when you started the class at the beginning, whatever time you're doing this. Inhale, lift the head, chest up. Now plant the hands underneath your shoulders. If your hands can't reach the floor, you can put your hands on blocks here. Now you can also bend your knees. We're going to rock into your toes, try and lift your heels and push the weight into your hands, and then lower back down. Okay, so try that a few times. Rocking forwards onto the toes, pushing into the hands, and then lowering back down. Keep going. Every time, maybe you can come up higher onto the toes, taking a little bit more weight into your hands. Now the next time you rock, I don't want you to think about it. Rock up, lift the heels up and hover your right foot off the floor. Lower the right foot down and then lower the heels down. Okay, so you can do this with your legs bent. Rock up onto your toes and then just hover your left foot off the floor. See if you can do it. Lower the left leg down, lower the heels down. Yeah, try it both sides one more time. Maybe once you've lifted that right leg off, that left foot will come off. And then maybe once you rock forwards, you've lifted the left leg off, the right leg will come off. Yeah, or maybe nothing happens at all is totally good. So once you have had enough of trying, start to roll your way up, chin to chest. Good. Now open up your right toes towards the right side and then bend back into your warrior two. So you might need to slide that back leg out a little bit. Like nothing happened. Right hand to the floor. Left hand follows. And then front foot to the back. Find your plank. Get elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog. And then back downward facing dog. Okay, so if you didn't get lift off today, then it might be another day. Yeah, but you have to keep on working through your practice and you will get there eventually. Let's go for the other side. Left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee. Open up the hip. Straighten the left leg there, lift it higher, and then drop the hip, lift the leg higher again. Look in between your hands, bend the right leg, jump. You can also just step that foot inside the hands. So now your left leg lands at the back of the mat, and you come up into your high lunge. Oh, sorry, I think yes, good. Now ground the back heel, come into your warrior two, and then we can straighten the front leg and turn those toes inwards. So I might have instructed you wrong because I turned myself around. Anyway, we're back here. Hands onto your hips. Inhale, thighs forwards, hips forwards, lift up. And then exhale and fold forward. So coming back into it. Releasing the hands, inhale. We'll take a halfway lift. And as you exhale, we can walk the hands back towards the back of the mat and start to draw ourselves in. So inhale, lift your head, chest up, hands below your shoulders. Now again, bend your knees. We're right back here. You can bend your knees if you want. You can keep them straight, but you're going to come up onto your toes, rock into your hands, and then rock the heels back. Okay? So let's do that a few times. Last time. And then maybe try hover your right leg off the floor. Maybe the left leg comes off. It might not happen. Definitely worth not thinking about it too much. Rocking into the hands, coming up onto the toes. See if you can hover your left leg off. Maybe your right leg will hang off as well. Yes, are we getting lift off? And then release. Roll your way up. Last thing to come up is the head, chin to chest. Good, and this time it's correct. Open up the right toes to the right side. Come back into your warrior two. Right hand comes down, left hand comes down. We make our way into a plank pose. And your last vinyasa, elbows brushed by the rib cage. Cobra up dog, and then back into downward facing dog. And our head has been below our hearts for a little while, so let's lower the knees, sit back into the heels. You can rest your palms faced up on your thighs, and then just lift up, let your eyes close down. So let all the blood run back down the right way, or the wrong way, who knows. Long breath in. And long breath out. Don't worry if you got lift off or not. It's all a process. It's all about being in the moment and giving it a go, seeing what happens. It'll happen when you least expect it. So while we're here, let's stretch out the hip flexors. We'll take the right hand behind us, fingers pointing away. Push down through the shins and then swing your left arm up and over your head. I love this one. Just counterposing all of the hinging of the hips there. Good. Sitting the hips back down, and we're taking the left hand behind, right arm up and over the head, pushing the hips forwards and reaching. And then lowering the sit bones back down into the heels. Come up onto your shins. And we're going to rest the hands behind the lower back, fingers pointing down. Start to tuck your tail under, core is strong. Push the thighs forwards, hips forwards, and then peel it back. Making your way back. Sit your hips down into your heels and take a moment, let that settle, palms faced up. Relax your eyes, relax your face, inhale. And exhale. Whoa. From here, you can put your hands onto the floor just by the side of your legs. How is this going now? So your fingers are behind your knees. Inhale, draw the head, chest forwards. We've been practicing it a while, so see what happens today. Round into the back, chin to chest. See if you can lift your knees up. Slide one leg forwards and then the other leg forwards to come to seated. Yes, Kind of like that. Well done. Inhale, push down through the fingers, lift up tall, and then fold it forwards. Hamstring still needs a little bit of work. Inhale, chest towards the toes. Exhale and fold over the legs. We'll take one more breath. Nice, guys. Okay, slowly start to come back up. Okay, so a last little bit of effort. Bring your knees up and take your feet or legs out wide like you did at the very beginning. Now, hopefully this feels okay now. Yeah, you could be on a block if you want to. You can move your hips a little bit further forwards if you feel like there's a bit more space. And just before we go into it, again, start to walk your hands forwards and then see how that feels now. You might stay on your forearms. Yeah, make sure your knees are up, inner thighs up. That's it, Katerina, good. One more breath. And then you can walk your hands back. Lovely. So you don't want the legs at the widest for this. So maybe just push your hips back to bring your legs in a little bit closer. Okay, take both hands just either side of your right leg. You might want to lower the chest over your leg a little bit, over that right leg a little bit. Flex through your feet. Inhale, push down through your hands and try and lengthen your spine over that right leg. And as you exhale, push into the hands, round into the back. Try, push down through your heels and lift your bum up off the floor. And then lower the hips back down if you manage to lift them. The intention is worth as much as the actual action. Coming up, taking your hands over to the other side. Yeah, inhale, draw the head chest forwards over that left leg. And then as you exhale, push through the hands, round into the back. Push down through your heels and try and lift your bum up off the floor. So remember, the intention is as important as the action. Lower the hips down and release. Cool. Come back to the center. We've got one more go each side. Don't think about it, just listen to the instructions. Taking your hands either side of your right leg. Inhale, draw the head chest forwards, so you're lengthening. And then exhale, round into the back, chin to chest. Push down through the hands, lift your bum, and then try and lift your feet. It might happen, it might not. Lower the feet and lower the hips and relax. Did you get any cramp? Then shake those legs out if you did. If you got cramp, try and bring it into your belly more, into your core more. Okay, so we'll take the hands either side of the left leg. Inhale, draw the head chest forwards, flex through your feet. And then round into the back, chin to chest. Push down to the hands, intend to lift the hips, intend to lift the feet. If the action happens, brilliant. Lower the legs, lower the hips, and come back through center. Now, maybe you can again take the hips a little bit further forwards. Is there some more space now? Last time, folding forwards, guys, well done. Forearms down to the floor. I think this is the least favorite stretch for most people. So if you're having a little grumble in your head here, don't worry. Yeah, you can continue to grumble, but you are in the stretch and you're in the pose. Make the most of it. Walking your hands back and you get to bring your legs together. Hallelujah. And knees together. And again, hands behind your back, palms flat on the floor. And then we can inhale and out to rotate those legs. Lower the feet flat and send your hips close to your heels. Reach the arms forwards and then you can slowly lower down. Once you get there, have your heels close to your bum, feet flat onto the floor. Let's come into a wheel or your bridge. Okay, so palms flat, inhale. Exhale, belly back. Push down to your feet, lift your hips up. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. You can interlace the hands here or come up into your wheel straight away. Wherever you are, listening to your body, trying to stretch out the front. Not forcing, not pushing, just listening. Chin to chest, and you can lower yourself down out of your wheel or out of your bridge. Good, releasing the hands, feet as wide as the mat, and then just windscreen wiper the legs. My nemesis coming up, as you all know, coming into plyo pose. So I'll hug the knees into the chest first of all. Let's check in with that there. And then if it feels like it's going to be a good place for you to go, then you can come into your plyo. Okay. Rest your hands on your lower back. Let your knees fall down by your ears. Try not to let the weight fall into the neck too much. Try and keep the weight in the elbows. Maybe you want to take it into an inversion since we have been upside down today quite a bit. Legs up to the sky. Or more into the inversion, into the shoulder stand. And then lowering the legs back down behind your head. Palms flat on the floor. You can slowly lower the spine down vertebra by vertebra. Well done, everyone. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees open, arms up and over your head. You can take a big sigh here if you like. We'll inhale through the nose. And open mouth, exhale, let it go. And you can breathe normally, naturally. Give yourself this moment just to catch your breath. We've worked really hard today and we've worked mindfully through your body, finding all the little places of strength and flexibility to help you move into some different places. Yeah. So you might not have got to those places today, but you're creating the pathway to the places. And that's the exciting bit. If you're happy in this shape, you can stay here, or you can extend the legs to the corners of the mat. Have your arms down by your side. Do give yourself this next few moments just to be still. Face soft, jaw relaxed. Every muscle soft. No awareness on your breathing, everything just flowing naturally. Let's take one more moment here. You can start to deepen your breathing again. Using the breath to reawaken you. You can then begin to move your toes and move your fingers. And then when you're ready, extend your arms up and over your head. Do the full body stretch. Enjoy that. Okay. And you can roll over to the right hand side into a fetal shape. And keeping your eyes closed, then you can bring yourself up to seated to face the front. Once you are there, bringing your palms together, thumbs into your chest bone. Big breath in through the nose. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste. Have a beautiful rest of your day. I hope you continue to fly through your day like you have flown through your practice today. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much for joining me.